First, we got the sheep Pokemon, Wooloo, who instantly stole our hearts with its fluffy friend-shaped design. Not too long ago, a new pig Pokemon, Lechonk, was introduced once again, causing the Pokemon community to go crazy, with another simple yet adorable design. In other words, cute farm animal Pokemon are apparently in style, so wait until you get a look at the several farm animal inspired Pokemon that can be found in both the Fyrún region and the ancient Seydr region. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mykel Ryan, and I am the creator of Pokémon Regions on Instagram and Twitter, where I share my Fakemon regions, the Loforð region, and the Fyrún region. I hope you really enjoyed our little detour to the Seydr region in my Pokémon Legends Reilmdall project. I had so much fun making that video. It took me months. It was my longest one yet, so I was really kind of dreading it and a little nervous. But reading through your comments really made all of that fear go away and all of it worth it. Thank you so much. It was so awesome to see how much you all enjoyed the video, all the comments I've received of how it inspired you guys. That is what makes this worth it for me. So thank you so much. It is nice to know that all that hard work paid off and you guys enjoyed the project. Because of that, I will be doing plenty of more long-form videos moving forward. I couldn't be more proud of that project. And fear not, it will live on. The Seydr region will live on in the Fyrún region. Please don't forget that the Seydr region is just the past version of the Fyrún region. So they are technically the same region, much how the Hisui region is just a past version of the Sinnoh region. So all of the Fyrún Pokemon I introduce moving forward would live in the Seydr region and be available in Pokémon Legends Reilmdall. I'll also be introducing plenty of Fyrún characters moving forward, many of which will even get some ancestors for the Seydr region. So you have that to look forward to as well. I've yet to show over half of the Fyrún Pokédex, so there's some really cool concept and designs coming up that I cannot wait to share with you. They're really epic. The best is honestly yet to come. Before we move forward though, please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really want to make this platform grow. I'm excited to finally see it doing so. So let's just keep that momentum going. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit the like button, hit that notification bell for more content, and please leave a comment down below. Like I said, reading through your comments is what gets me going the most. It means a lot to me to see anyone care enough to even leave a comment. So to see all that positive energy just really makes this worth it for me. This is a creative escape for me, a hobby, just an outlet. This is how I get away from my real life and problems. So thank you guys so much for giving me this safe space. You have no idea how much it means to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without further ado, let's look at all these new Fyrún Pokemon for this video. The Fyrún region is inspired by Scandinavia and Norse mythology, with the majority of the region's culture, geography, and wildlife resembling that of Iceland. The region features over 115 brand new Pokemon, as well as new regional forms and evolutions for classic Pokemon, and a brand new battle mechanic known as Forge Forms, offering unique magical weapon variations of several fan-favorite Pokemon, as well as the new native Pokemon of the region. The Fyrún region's hypothetical and who knows maybe one day future fan games would be known as Pokemon Brain and Pokemon Brawn, with its story focusing on duality and division. As you set out on your own Pokemon adventure against your overprotective mother, Professor Aspen's best wishes. As you'd be pitted against your childhood best friend, as you've both been recruited by rival teams, Team Brain and Team Brawn, in the middle of their high-stakes turf war throughout the Fyrún region. As each team is led by one of the Fyrún region's divine Pokemon. Team Brain is led by the trickster Pokemon Ilruz, while Team Brawn is led by the mighty Pokemon Stormer, both trying to reclaim the region as they believe it to be their rightful kingdom. So you and the rest of Team Brain or Team Brawn are merely their pawns, as you'll not only be up against an evil team in this region, but will actually be part of one, working your way up the ranks. I hope you and your starter Pokemon are ready, because the journey through the Fyrún region continues, as we explore a new area, make new friends, and discover some new Pokemon species. In the Fyrún region, there's a massive area known as the Loforð Farmlands, being acres of farmland, full of crops, used to provide for the entire Fyrún region. as well as both captured and even wild Pokemon, working alongside humans and helping to harvest these crops. This is where all the Pokemon in this video and several others would be found. Pokemon such as Herdier, Murkrow, Dirthog, Mudsdale, and plenty more. You'd also be able to capture all of these Pokemon in Pokémon Legends Reilmdall, as a smaller variation of this area would even exist in the Floral Fieldlands section of the ancient Seydr Region. These farmlands were actually created by the Voyage clan shortly after settling into the region. In fact, this huge chunk of farmland was created largely in part due to the Galar region's infamous champion Leon's ancestor Oliver. Those of you who watched my Legends video probably aren't surprised, as Oliver is a simple farmer for the Voyage clan. Real quick, I had someone tell me after my last video that they thought Professor Laventon was already a Leon ancestor, and while to my knowledge this has never been confirmed or denied, he very well could be. However, that doesn't mean Leon can't have another ancestor. I mean, everyone has at least a mother and a father, if not several other family members, whether siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, you name it. Even Pokemon Legends Arceus explored this, with two ancestors for Cynthia in the form of Valo and Cognita. Anyways, Oliver's ace Pokemon Flamb is actually one of the Pokemon being formally introduced in this video after being teased in several others and even mentioned in my previous Legends video. I picked Flamb as Oliver's ace, as it resembles his descendant Hop's partner Pokemon Wooloo, with the fire typing of Leon's ace Pokemon Charizard. So it was the perfect mix of the two and fit Oliver's character being a farmer for the Voyage clan. Flamb, the Smoke Wool Pokemon, is a feisty fire-type Pokemon. While cute, it is easily agitated, causing its smoke wool to ignite, often creating a series of small explosions if provoked. Flamb's name is a play on the word flame and lamb, as in the creature it is inspired by, as lambs are commonly found in Iceland and other Scandinavian countries. Smoked lamb is also one of the most commonly found meats and dishes served in Iceland, so it literally being a smoked lamb is a subtle nod to that, especially since the Fyrún's fire-type gym leader, Cole, is a world-renowned chef, with his fire-type gym functioning both as an open kitchen and restaurant. It's actually kind of funny because Chef Cole's entire fire-type team is essentially animals that are commonly eaten. But we'll get more into that later, when I formally introduce the rest of the Fyrún Region's gym leaders and their Pokemon teams, all in one massive video. Flamb's design is rather simplistic, with a bright orange coloring that pops amongst its darker smoky gray wool. This smoke wool obviously being its key feature, as its classification as the smoke wool Pokemon would suggest. Its eyes resemble that of a sheep or lamb, much like Wooloo's does, but to help differentiate it from other sheep Pokemon such as Wooloo and Mareep, I wanted to make it bipedal. Those of you who follow me on Instagram or have watched my previous videos have seen this Mon teased since I started sharing the Fyrún region, so it feels really good to finally introduce this cute little fella. Flamb evolves into Rammable. Rammable ignites its smoke wool to give it a quick nitro boost, allowing it to ram into its foes at breakneck speeds. This is represented in its hidden ability, Speed Boost. It keeps true to its pre-evolution's color scheme, while expanding upon its concept and design, with the biggest difference being the fact that it is now quadrupedal. Not to mention it looks a lot tougher. Its name is a play on flammable, like it as in something that is easily set on fire, and ram, as it's a fire-type ram, and boy will it ram right into you or your Pokemon. Rammable keeps its classification as the Smoke Wool Pokemon, and its pure fire typing. Look, I know a lot of people seem to dislike pure-type Pokemon, but every region has them. They're necessary for balancing a game. In fact, if you look closely at every other region at this point, almost half of, or in some cases over half of, the Pokedexes are pure types. Crazy, right? So I'm not sure why so many Pokemon fans and creators are terrified of making pure type Pokemon. In my personal opinion, having a healthy number of pure types in a Fakemon region is necessary in order for it to seem realistic. However, that is just my personal opinion, that is not fact, and I mean no disrespect to those who don't share the same beliefs, as most people seem to overlook this. And I get it. I myself will admit creating dual types, especially with new type combinations that haven't been done before, is a lot more fun. And I honestly think that's exactly what it boils down to for most Fakemon creators. Dual types are just more fun to make. I'm only pointing this out so no one gives me crap, as all 3 of these lines introduced in this video are pure types. There, I said it. Sorry, not sorry. For me, the healthy number of pure types are a necessary element in creating my Pokédexes, as making my regions as realistic as possible to those made by Game Freak, and following those formulas has always been a big priority for me, not only as a creator, but as a lifelong fan of the franchise. So, if I feel a secondary typing doesn't really add anything significant to any given concept or design or seems forced, I will either avoid it or simply remove it. Rammable is a physical attacker, if you couldn't tell just by looking at it, with moves such as Flame Charge, Blaze Kick, and Flare Blitz at its disposal. The Flam line can not only be found in the Loforð Farmlands, but around the Fyrún Region's massive volcano and lava fields as well, alongside a variety of other fire-type Pokemon, both new and old. And once again, the same can be said for the Seydr Region, as it would be found in the Scorched Wasteland area, as well as the Floral Fieldlands area of the ancient Seydr Region in Pokémon Legends Reilmdall. Rammable also has a fierce Forge form, being a Scorching Hot Shield and Defender type. This shield keeps the key elements from Rammable's design, most notably its smoky wool and large horns, which much like Rammable, can be used to charge at and ram into foes. Remember, all Forge form weapons are magical weapons, able to access that Pokemon's 4 known moves, as well as a powerful finisher move after acquiring enough Forge Force, so this shield would pack some serious firepower, and probably be really hot on contact for those on the receiving end of it. However, if you have no idea what a Forge Form is, or you'd like to learn more about the Forge Form mechanic, I cover it in a handful of my videos, including my recent Legends Reilmdall video, which offers a really nice recap, tying everything you need to know into a nice little bow. There's even some timestamps to help you find your way. Speaking of Scorching Hot Shields, for those of you who did watch my Legends Reilmdall video, I'm sure you remember Eruptois's Forge form, which belongs to Agot. Agot is an ancestor to the Fyrún gym leader Cole, previously mentioned back in the beginning of this video, when the region was known as the Seydr Region, during the events of Pokémon Legends Reilmdall. She acted as the Voyage clan's head cook, able to whip up a delicious dish from almost anything. Agot also serves sass, as she doesn't let any of the clan members, especially the more ignorant of the men, forget just how valuable her role is. She particularly doesn't like Axel, always sneaking something in his food to get a rise out of him, although the rest of the clan just assumes it's an ongoing joke. If you bring her special ingredients you find on your journey, her and her Lop Stew will whip you up some special snacks to assist you on your adventures. Agot also happens to be the guardian to the Lord of the Geyser Eruptois, as she formed a bond with it shortly after arriving in the Seydr region, while it was still a Siderian Torkoal. After the Voyage clan is split, by Axel and Udun's traitorous actions, Agot, seeing firsthand how kind Pokemon can be, thanks to her bond with her Eruptois, is one of the clan members who will end up siding with you and former leader Victor. She will even end up using Eruptois and its Scalding Hot Forge form shield, as I mentioned, to help you and your allies go into battle and save the region from Axel's thirst for power. I am so glad to see you've made it this far into the video. I really hope you've hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Please do so. Hit that like button as well, that notification bell to keep up with more content, and leave a comment down below to let me know what you think of what you've seen so far. Make sure to check out some of my previous videos, follow my Instagram account, at Mykelmon_regions, as I'm not even halfway through posting the Fyrún region. So in other words, there's still plenty more to come for the Fyrún region in the future. Next up, we have the adorable ground-type Pokemon Clayttle, classified as the Clay Calf Pokemon. Clayttle are often found in hordes, grazing the Loforð farms. Farmers use chunks of Claytle's clay coat to help fertilize soil. Claytle's name is a play on clay and cattle, as it is inspired by the Icelandic cattle, with some slight inspiration from the Highland cattle in Scotland, as well as a creature from Norse mythology, but I'll get more into that later. I wanted to give it braids to help further lean into its Icelandic aesthetic. Its ground typing is referenced by its earthy brown colors, which just happens to be common for many bovine Pokemon, such as Tauros and Bouffalant. As mentioned in its dex entry, its clay wool is fertile, and can be used to help produce plant life under the right circumstances, which the farmers of the Fyrún region certainly make use of. I very much treated Clayttle as a counterpart to Flamb when creating its design, as duality is a big theme in the Fyrún region. You have the two rival teams, Brain and Brawn, each with their own philosophies and battle styles. There is also a handful of tag-centric or counterpart Pokemon in the region, many of which you haven't even seen yet, and obviously some connections are more subtle than others. The connection here is being based on similar farmland creatures and both being adorable little bipedal babies. Clayttle evolves into Audhloam, the Gaia Cow Pokemon. As I already stated earlier in my little tangent, it maintains its pure ground typing. Like Rammable, its design goes from bipedal to quadrupedal. I really wanted it to have a big, intimidating, and bulky design. It keeps its earthy brown colors, with some slight changes to its color palette, with its horns resembling pitchforks, like the ones used by farmers. While I wanted it to look different enough from other bovine Pokemon in past generations, like the previously mentioned Tauros and Bouffalant, I also like the fact it looks similar to them while maintaining its own identity. Its name is a play on the creature it's inspired by, a massive primeval cow, from Norse mythology, as well as loam, meaning a fertile soil of clay and sand. The ground typing is actually in relation to the name of the cow it's inspired by, which can mean desolate desert or destroyer of the desert. The Clayttle line, while being most prominently found in the Loforð Farmlands area of the Fyrún region, or the floral fieldlands of the Seydr Region, could also be found in the scenic sanctuary of the Fyrún region, the area known as the Rolling Highlands long ago at the time of the Seydr Region. But it wouldn't be quite as common in this area, whereas it would be the opposite case for the Flamb line, which would be rarer in the Loforð Farmlands or floral fieldlands area, and more commonly found in the more fire-type prone areas surrounding the region's volcano. So your best chance of catching one in Pokémon Legends Reilmdall would be in the Scorched Wastelands. Now back to Audhloam. This Pokemon is actually the ace Pokemon of the Ground-type Elite Four member, who I will introduce much later on. In the meantime, let's take a look at his signature weapon, Audhloam's Forge Form. This beefy shield is of the Defender type, much like Rammable's, as I once again consider these lines to be counterparts. Being of the Defender type, that means the wielder's HP is increased by 10%. Not only could this weapon take hits, but its sharp horns could be used to ram into the foe, similar to Rammable's shield. And I think it's no secret that the ground typing is one of the most OP in the game, with Earthquake just causing havoc throughout most teams. Last but certainly not least, we have the goofy fighting type donkey Pokemon, Mulee. Mulee are full of energy they choose to channel into their powerful kicks. They like to practice their fighting techniques on vegetables such as pumpkins and squash. There'd even be a side quest in the story of Pokemon Brain and Pokemon Brawn referencing this dex entry, where an unruly Mulee is running around destroying crops as it's using them to practice its kicking techniques on. In order to help an upset farmer, you'd eventually have to find and fight this Mulee, and would even be able to catch it. Mulee's fighting typing and kicking concept is a nod to the fact that donkeys are known to kick the crap out of people. This derpy little donkey just happens to do so in style, martial arts style. Being such a crazy concept, I feel Mulee is probably my favorite of this batch, being as it's out there and goofy in a real Pokemon-y way. I also feel it would be a natural fit on Ash's team if he were to ever travel to the Fyrún region. Its name is a play on mule, as in a donkey, and melee, being used to describe a frantic type of battle, fitting of Mulee's chaotic energy. Its grayish colors complement its straw mane and tail, which are obviously a reference to the hay horses not only eat, but that can also be found on farms. Also, this straw is used as fighting bandages as well, to help sell its fighting typing. Like the other two farm Pokemon introduced in this video, Mulee is bipedal, as I thought that would be a unique approach for a donkey Pokemon, and fitting of its fighting type concept. It also helps to differentiate it from the Fyrún region's fire type starter, Falloga, being a quadrupedal horse. Mulee is more of an outlier in this group, as I didn't take as much inspiration from the other two lines, who I treated as counterparts. Mulee evolves into Donkik. Donkiks are skilled fighters who can execute a series of strong kicks. Stubborn, Donkik will never admit defeat, willing to fight against all odds. Unlike the other two evolutions, Donkik remains bipedal, with its color palette and design both resembling its pre-evolution. It now expands upon its straw-like mane and fighting bandages, with its design still looking rather goofy, but a lot tougher as well. While it obviously fits the Fyrún region, this line was a lot of fun to make, as I was able to branch out a little with its concept not being so closely tied to Norse mythology or Iceland, as some of my other Fakemon in the Fyrún region, as every Pokemon region has its own outliers and oddballs. I also think this would increase its odds of appearing in other regions, possibly even my future Fakemon regions. As I mentioned earlier, I also think this would definitely be a key member of Ash's Fyrún team, and kind of act almost like Lucario, as it would love to battle, but would have some of Charizard's cocky and defiant personality, as it wouldn't always listen and would often go rogue. Sadly, Donkik doesn't get a Forge form. I just honestly couldn't come up with anything I felt would work for it, and not every Pokemon can get one. That being said, I still feel like Donkik would be a great addition to any trainer's team. Unlike the other two lines, Mulee's stages can only be found in the Loforð Farmlands, or even in the neighboring farm town alongside a bunch of other new Pokemon. This small, rural town is made up of a community of farmers who help the wild Pokemon care for the Loforð farms. This town inspired heavily by an Icelandic town, as it's shrouded in mystery, with a lot of strange and unexplainable incidents having occurred over the centuries. This is a reference to the real Icelandic town it's based on, as it has a history with magic, being home to the Museum of Icelandic Witchcraft and Sorcery. Which is why some of the new Pokemon found here are a little creepier and supernatural, with the ghost, dark, and psychic typing. This is also where the Grass-type gym, ran by veteran farmer Burker, is found. Burker would play a huge role in the Loforð farms in modern-day Fyrún, similar to the role that Oliver played back in the Seydr region. Burker's Grass-type Pokemon are as wise and knowledgeable as he is. I'm sure he's giving you Hagrid vibes, as that's definitely what I was going for with his design. His ace Pokemon in Forge form hasn't been revealed yet, but it's a new Fyrúnmon inspired by the World Tree from Norse mythology, known as Yggdrasoil. However, this Pokemon's name is Yggdrasoil. You'll formally meet Yggdrasoil and its first two stages in December, as we decorate the Christmas tree in my next holiday special, as those of you who watched my last holiday special know that Christmas is a major holiday in Iceland, with a lot of its own unique folklore creatures and traditions. So naturally, Christmas would be just as important in the Fyrún region. I also want to give a big shout out to the talented artist Isinger, who helped me bring all of my concepts and designs featured in this video to life. As most of you know, I commissioned a series of talented artists to create all the artworks for my Fakemon regions, working meticulously and intimately with them throughout the creative process to bring my visions to life. I have worked with well over 20 artists at this point. However, it just so happens that all the artwork for all of the farm-centric Fakemon designs featured in this very video were all done by Isinger, who ironically has his own Norse-inspired region based more so on Norway, so make sure to go check that out and go follow him on Instagram. He's a really cool guy and he deserves all the support in the world. The same can be said for my good friend trainer Mats, another talented artist, once again who ironically has his own Norse region, who I worked with on all the trainer and forge form designs featured in this video. Please go support these amazing artists. The information linking you to their own work can be found down below in my bio. Thank you Isinger and thank you Matt so much, it's always a pleasure. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button. Leave a comment down below to let me know which your favorite of these Pokemon was. Let me know what you thought of the video, what you'd like to see moving forward. I really love to hear it. Hit the notification bell for more content. And most importantly, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I have plenty more to come. In my next video, I'll be introducing 3 flying type lines for the Fyrún region. One of which I've teased in several of my videos, which happens to be another farm animal too, technically. Roaster. There's going to be some really cool lines in this video. I'm so excited for that. I know I say that, by the way, I'm so excited, but I really am so excited to make all these videos and share this content with all of you. So hopefully you all are as excited as I am, because I get so giddy. I'm just happy to be here, have this platform, have all of you caring enough to watch my videos. Let's just keep it going and growing. Thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a good day.